We have in the house today a guest who's been here before, and it's a pleasure to welcome to our midst once again Dr. Ayo Adene. Good evening, Doctor.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're farmer born, even though there was no kidnapping in your own time. But from the little you've seen, what's your take on how we can cope better with this situation?
Yeah, first of all, it's a big tragedy that kidnapping and insecurity have become part of the standard part of the lexicon. We were having a conversation earlier where we realized that if you're a farmer, or any other Nigerian who is at risk of being kidnapped, that's if that risk can be predicted. If you have a chronic health condition in your life that you're treating, that you're managing, you have to be mindful of what can happen to you if you are suddenly taken away from your safe place. You may need to stop keeping your medications in a faraway box or something and keep them on your body. More so on that, at those times when you are traveling on those roads, where those kind of things tend to happen. Because like we were discussing earlier, there are people who are suddenly taken away and they don't have their medications and they deteriorate so quickly that within the period of kidnapping, they lose their lives. Like you also said, they didn't teach, it's not in my medical textbook. How do you survive kidnapping? So we have to think on our feet. So that's, I think, is an important thing. On the one hand, it is bad that these companies have left and the manufacturing has reduced and the prices have gone up because we can no longer afford them. But in all of these dark clouds, there are also,
Silver lining.
Silver linings. It's time for us to look into the possibility of sustainable, and I know we discussed this, but sustainable manufacturing and production of our own drugs. Because at the end of the day, the raw materials for the drugs are in the farms. Yeah, so the farmers know, the traditional people know. So somewhere in between, there's a nexus between farmers and traditional people and researchers and academics and government, where we finally make up our minds that it is time to build local manufacturing for drugs and other such things to fill the gap that we now have.
Dr. Adene is saying to us that if these people have left and the prices have gone up, in our farms are things that can be used to make our own drugs.
Everything is there.
To replace all these things that they have carried away.
Everything is there.
So it's either Nigerians make the drug, or someone from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, China, London will come to Nigeria to Ibadan, take them and sell it to us.
So you've told us that we are sitting on gold. This is the Garden of Eden. Yeah. What should we do?
I think of all the things we've said today, the one thing that stands out as something that we can begin to practice is collective economics and organizing. And we started by saying that these things are already in our culture. We have names like Ajo and Bajowo and all of that. We should begin to talk amongst ourselves now. How can we organize our money? We must find a way to cooperate on what matters, whether economically or politically, so we can survive.
So farmers have to find a way to cooperate so that we can survive. Listeners out there, that's a very profound insight shared to us, that we just have to find ways to cooperate so that we can survive.